Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. John Henry Soto here with you as always. It is Monday, July 13th, 2026, 7 a.m. here in Nashville, Tennessee. I want to thank everyone for birthday wishes last week. It was a great day. I spent it actually on a film set, believe it or not, and had a lot of fun on those that week. And I am back. I was off for a week because of that, but I am back. I want to thank everybody who hung out with me and basically wished me happy birthday. And it was a lot of fun. Had a great weekend. Also, we had some really good events happening this weekend. And now we're back here to being with you this morning. And today we're going to be talking about low budget films, something that I've done a few shows about, but things evolve so fast in this industry. When you're actually reading something, you realize, wow, this is not even what I spoke about just 6 months ago. It's developing. It's actually getting a lot I don't want to say easier, because easier sounds like anybody can do it, and to a certain degree anybody can do it, but you do need to know some steps. You do need to have a plan, and that's what we're going to go over here. We're going to go over a plan today. And hopefully, if you're a filmmaker, or if you're an independent filmmaker, if you're interested in becoming a independent filmmaker, well, this is the place for you. So let's dive right in here. Um, so low budget films are gearing up to become a major part of Hollywood's next growth engine as the entertainment industry continues to expand, evolve, and adapt. Advances in technology have lowered production costs, while streaming platforms, independent distributors, and niche audiences have created opportunities have created more opportunities than ever for filmmakers bringing their stories to life. This shift is opening the door for fresh voices, innovative storytelling, and new sources of investment that were once out of reach for independent creators. So, just jump back a little bit on technology. Technology has changed the game for, I mean, it's really changed the game. You can, people say it all the time, you can make a film on your phone, and that is true. You can make a film on your phone. Do I recommend it? I think what you should do is make your film on your phone with the idea that you want to get the funding to make the big film and use better quality cameras. Now, yes, 4K, your phone can actually make high quality stuff now. So I may be even feeling too old for this, that you can actually make a full film on your phone. But realistically, technology wise, you can, because remember, you're just capturing the image. Once you put it into your editing software, you can mess with it, you can adjust it, bring the lighting down, bring the lighting up, depending on how what was the natural light that you did capture when you were there. But you can really do that now. And it sounds crazy, but I sometimes don't even believe it, but I have an app that I recommend to you. It's from the Black Magic. It's a free app. Go to it's for both. They have it for Apple and for Android. Go there and download the Black Magic app. It has incredible features. It has lenses. You can use it to record. Then you can download all your foot. I've done it already. I did a little test film that I put together of me in the house cooking eggs, and just the process of cooking eggs, the music together. I did it all with this app. And did it look fantastic? No, I didn't use any lighting. I didn't. But when I looked at it, I was like, this is not bad for me having used my phone and this one app. So I recommend you get out there, download this app, and use it. Start shooting stuff around the house. It's going to give you so much amazing information and ability, because you're going to get the information of like what it is to shoot, and you're going to get angles. You're going to be able to shoot your film with your camera, with your cell phone, and be able to kind of see it. And then you go back and you can restructure things. And you can, if you want to get bigger cameras, you can do that. But this film is on YouTube. If you want to see what I put together, it's a little, I think it was maybe like, I don't even remember if it was 4 minutes long, 5 minutes long, or something like that. But it had editing in it and music, and it was just me cooking eggs and walking around and doing some other stuff around the house. Very, very simple concept, and I just put it together. It's called Alone. You can go to my channel on the online and just type in Alone John Henry Soto, and you'll see it. It was just shot with this one little app. Check it out. For filmmakers, staying connected to the industry is just as important as developing creative skills. The relationships you build often lead to your next project, collaboration, or career opportunity. One of the best ways to stay engaged is by attending film festivals, industry conferences, networking events, and local filmmaker meetups. These environments provide opportunities to learn from professionals, discover emerging trends, and form lasting connections with fellow creatives. Another two things that I always talk about here on the show is two publications that you should definitely belong to. I'm going to put them up on the screen here. The first one is readthedailies.com. You want to get yourself a free, these are both free, by the way, free memberships on there, and you get daily information about the industry. Now, Read the Dailies is more about current films that are happening, current relationships, who just got a role in whatever project or whatever TV series got picked up for a second season, or what series got canceled. That's what you'll see on Read the Dailies. Now, if you go to theindustry.co, theindustry.co, here you'll learn about the full industry. What studio purchased another studio? What CEO was moved over to another big major studio? What big company? It's about the industry itself. And these two publications are great to really understand what's happening right now in the industry. And it keeps you fresh with ideas for yourself of how you're navigating through your own career and through your own thing. So definitely check out those two things right there. Another essential strategy is maintaining a consistent online presence. Yes. Um, Share your work, behind the scenes content, lessons you've learned, and industry insights across social media and professional platforms. Join filmmaker groups, participate in online discussions, and continue learning through webinars, podcasts, and workshops. Staying visible helps keep you on the radar of collaborators, producers, and potential clients while demonstrating your commitment to the craft. You definitely got to stay out there. You have to put content out there. I know a lot of people don't like to do that, especially filmmakers. Sometimes feel like it's I don't know what they feel, to be honest with you. I've been doing this a long time, but you should start a podcast if you think you can actually talk for 15 minutes straight about a subject. You can get articles that you read. You can get you can get a subject that you're passionate about, that you know you can talk about for forever with your friends, and there's your subject. Definitely if you're in film, it should be obviously film related, but let's just say you're interested in cooking, it does apply to you too. You should be passionate about cooking. Combine the two, right? If you're a filmmaker and you love to cook, do what I did. I like to be in the kitchen. I just made some eggs and stuff, and I did a little film based on cooking eggs called Alone, because I was alone making eggs. So these are all you have to stay in the mix. You got to be on social media. I know people don't want to hear that. It's just not their personality. They say a lot of different things about it, but every single thing I read, every single person, every single guru that I listen to, every single book, every single article talks about social media presence. You have to have a social media presence, and you have to continue, and you have to post a lot, and you have to do a lot of content. Some people say I'm not going to do that. Well, then that's where they're going to be. That's just the name of the game, unfortunately, right? But this is where we are right now. So I'm going to give you. I'm trying to cut these episodes shorter because I was making them a little bit too long. They're like 30 minutes, and I think they should be anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. That's my plan. That's my goal. I don't know if I'm going to do it because I'm a talker. I can't shut the hell up, but I'm going to try my best to do that. So, here are five practical ways filmmakers can stay connected to the industry. I gave you two already. Actually, I gave you three technically. So these are going to be five more. The three that I gave you are readthedailies.com, theindustry.co, and the app. Get that app, the Black Magic app. Get it on Android, get it on Apple, on whatever iOS, whatever the thing is called. I don't use Apple products, but get it on those. Those are three things that you can start off right now that I know will help you stay uh, in the know on the industry. And here are five more practical ways. Now, some of these are going to be like, duh. I did actually mention one of the first one already, which I mentioned already on the when I was speaking. So, number one, attend film festival screenings and networking events regularly. So you can join on Facebook filmmaking groups, and there'll be events coming up. And some of them are free, some of them is a little cost, some of them are plated uh, dinners, or some of them are on restaurants. And you just go to the restaurant, you eat if you're hungry. If not hungry, you get yourself a ginger ale and you just sit back and meet people and listen to people talk about the industry. That's number one. Number two, build genuine relationships with other filmmakers, actors, writers, and producers. When you meet someone, don't just meet them, engage and really, get their information and then write it down. I know it sounds like, you're stalking but you never know what these relationships can build. You can provide something of value to them and they can provide something of value to you. That's a relationship, right? It's to relate between each other, right? And the relationship between each other has to be real. It has to be, you have to have affinity for one another, right? And then you want to be able to communicate, right? So you have to have that because then you'll have full understanding when you have those three elements. But in order to get those three elements, you got to be in the room. So you got to go out. You got to go to film festivals. You got to go to networking events. You got to meet people for coffee. I go on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, there's a lot of professionals on that are filmmakers. They're in the business. They're working. Go in there. You meet them. You say, "Hey, I'd love to grab a cup of coffee." Once you actually have a little bit of rapport, a little bit of communication, see if they're engaging. Sometimes people will be like, they'll give me a thumbs up. I'll send them a message and they'll give me a thumbs up. I'm like, okay, they're not really interested in engaging. I say, hey, thanks for responding. Have a wonderful day. Right. And then the more you do it, it's a numbers game, right? The more people you're going to meet. Number three, share your projects and creative journey consistently on social media and professional platforms. Now, sharing your project, sometimes people don't want to talk about their projects. I get it. You can talk vaguely about the project and just let people know that what you're currently doing is a new film that it's about the relationship between blah blah blah, right? And that's pretty much all you can give. But you could tell them, I'm planning to shoot in this location. I'm still casting. If anybody knows somebody in this area, that's blah blah, and give the description. Um, I'm going to be using these cameras. Uh, this story is a personal story to me. This happened to me. This was something that I'm passionate about, or this is a script that I wrote based on having watched another film that inspired me. So many things you can talk about. But you have to be consistently on social media to be relevant so people can see you. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. If you're in film, if you're in music, if you're in health, if you're in wellness, if you're a doctor, you see a lot of doctors out there. They're constantly, these are doctors that are busy with patients. They still have to find the time to do their content. It's just the way it is. Number four, continue your education through workshops, online courses, podcasts, and industry publications. I gave you already a couple of those. So, but keep learning, keep listening to podcasts, keep trying to figure out what is going to help you navigate through this industry that really has a lot of pitfalls. And if you don't educate yourself and surround yourself with people that are going to try to lift you up, that's going to be a major, major problem. But do that. It's not a difficult thing to find a podcast to listen to that can give you some information. Networking is important too. You'll have groups of people that you can meet with, that you can bounce ideas off of. Very important. Number five, the last one here. What is it? Number five? Yeah. Yeah. Number five, volunteer or work on independent film sets to expand your experience, credits, and professional network. So, I do this all the time. I'll ask if somebody needs help on a film project. If they need a small role, I'll do small roles just to be on set to meet people. You never know who that actress or actor is going to be standing next to you that's going to collaborate a big project with you. You just don't know, but you got to be in the room. So say yes to certain things. You can volunteer. And it's a major part of this business is networking. It's probably the most important part of this business. It's being seen. If you're not seen, how are you going to get the job, right? I mean, that's the key thing. People think that a manager is going to really a manager or an agent, they have a lot of people, so they're going to get the breakdown, they're going to look at the breakdown, they're going to look at the descriptions, they're going to look at their roster, and they're going to say, okay, he fits, he fits, he fits, he fits, she fits, she fits, she fits, she fits. They're going to send them off, and then you're competing in your own industry. You don't have just one manager working for you. They work for a lot of other actors, so there's a lot of work that has to get out there, and they have to put out. So you have to take a little bit of control over it. And in today's world, you're blessed because you have so many tools that you can actually apply and you can do. So it's really important. All right. So, as the industry continues to evolve, filmmakers who stay informed, connected, and engaged will be in the strongest position to take advantage of the growing opportunities that low budget filmmaking is creating right now. So, there you have it. I hope this is really valuable to y'all. This is the greatest time to do it. And it may be a struggle and you may be trying to find your footing. I know what that's like. Trust me, I've been there. I am there to a certain degree even now because you got to find your footing. You got to figure things out. But I'm telling you, this is the greatest time right now. Hollywood is regrouping. They're trying to figure things out on their own. A lot of production companies opening up across the country, everywhere you are. Here in Nashville, where I am, we have Atlanta. It's only a few hours away. We have Alabama has a lot of things happening there. Of course, we have Florida, we have Orlando, we have New York City, LA. They're always prospects, but every single city has a film community or a theater community. Every single city. So if you have a small city and there isn't one, that means you have a really small city. You should be the one to start it. Bingo. All right, friends. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. As always, I appreciate y'all being here with me. I will be here tomorrow morning again, 7 a.m. Central, and that's about it. All right. Have a wonderful day out there. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you all. And as always, peace.